All right, we are starting off with a new movement, but it's combining two things that we've been working on, which is overhead shoulder flexion mobility and a classic, the squat. So we're going to start off today. We're going to do exercise in pairs. So we'll have 3 sets, 2 exercises, 2 exercises, 2 exercises, done alternating. So the first set, you'll need your band and just an open space. We are going to be doing an overhead banded squat. So you're just going to use the band as an external stimulus to help you keep your arms in the right position. So from standing here, I would get into where you would normally squat. So for me, it looks something like this. For you guys, it might be here or wider. You know how you would normally squat. The band should be just outside, where you're holding the band, it should be just outside of your hips. And I do have, just one, the band is together. There's no resistance on here. Like I said, we're not using this for tension, we're just using this as something to hold on to. So you're going to push your arms down towards the floor, and then I want you to come up to this position. So your elbows are locked out, your wrists are stacked over your elbows are stacked over your shoulder to the best of your ability. We want this to be the line from the side that is seen. So your biceps are next to your ears. So anywhere between like here and here is acceptable, okay? Now from this position, you're going to maintain this overhead position the whole time. I'm gripping my band very tight and I'm pulling them apart ever so slightly just so that I don't start to sag in the middle. And then from here, what we're going to be doing is squatting. Now, because your arms are up overhead, you have a little bit of a different center of gravity. So notice that your front might shift forward a bit. That's okay. Just figure out how you can stay balanced, and that's going to be a good place for you to execute your squats. Next, we're going to go down to the floor for a glute bridge plus a band press, which we've done before. So put this band around like it's a hula hoop, but then put it up under your armpits so that you guys can get good tension. You're going to have feet about hip distance apart. Tuck your tail, squeeze your bottom, hips up, and then we're going to do arms out at about a 45-degree angle from our shoulders, keeping hips elevated the entire time, extending that elbow, locking out where our wrists, elbows, and shoulders are stacked at the terminal range of motion. So those 2 movements will be shuffled back and forth for the first round. The second round, we're going to start off with split lunges. The setup's going to be a little bit different than what we've been doing. We're going to do against band tension, but in the suitcase or side-by-side style. So my left foot's going to be in front. I'm going to put a doubled band underneath my left foot. I'm going to choke up, and then I'm going to set myself up in my split lunge. From here, because my weight, my resistance is forward, I'm going to have to lean back a bit. And then from here, I can do split lunges, but with tension added from that front foot. So keep nice tall posture. It's going to decrease the tension as you get closer to the floor, and then you're going to have to move fast up against that band. Second movement, we're going to go back down to the ground for hollow body plus band pull aparts. So let's put this band around. We're only going to use one side to do the band pull apart. So palms down, band pull aparts. That's what this looks like. Now we're going to get into the hollow body position. So we're going to maintain this position. You might have to adjust your band. And then from here, let me get in frame. From here, you're going to pull down. You can lift your legs more if needed to moderate intensity. If you're finding you are having trouble with your neck, you can simply put your head on the floor, but maintain your legs up at an angle. The last round, 2 exercises. The first one is a bent over row variation that we have not done before. Typically it's done with a barbell, but it's called a pendule row, which means you're going to be pulling from a really significantly hinged position, and typically the weight would hit the floor, but we don't have weight. So what we're going to do is stand, make your band into a smiley face, stand in the middle. We're going to use the loops as handles. You're going to stand about hip distance apart, hinging here, a little bit of a significant hinge, and we're going to use the handles, pull up explosively, okay? And if you need to choke up, you can choke up. So you want to come to a dead stop at the bottom, but a really fast and aggressive pull against those bands. So you should feel like you're yanking your arms back, but don't yank your arms back and stand up. Keep your hips back, belly button down, and yank from here. You will probably have to experiment with tension since we haven't done that movement before. Let me know what questions you have, and good luck.